talking that funky, about my face, wearing that monkey.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. To start the drive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Hall. Takes it to about the 37.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Now here's Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. On 1st and 10, Lowry. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they're trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hall again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lowry. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So, Charles, this, game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first,
this is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Houston. 51 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And now look at him go. The 40. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, this defense is circling early. A pick 6 there, and they are off to the races here this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first-quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
Butker now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Texans, nothing.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 17-0, our score after 1.
Texans nothing.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Play action. Lowry. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's going to be tackled inside his 10-yard line. And they hear a few words from his head coach on that decision. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lowry. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. He gets it underneath to Hall. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Butker's kick here is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On first down, Lowry going deep downfield for Ross. And this one is incomplete.
Quality coverage that time to slow down has been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. A final shot before break. Lowry looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the Minnesota Chiefs on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Texans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Here's Hall again. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now back to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man-winning coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away.
Now here's Ross. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They find some open field here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the 4th.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
Great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw.
Lowry to Pierce. They set up the screen. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Pierce, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the fourth quarter, even with the loss there on first down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass or actually carry the ball into the end zone. Otherwise, don't even look at the coach.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Well, from deep in the end zone, and all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Texans scoop it, and they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. Throwing on first down. Lowry. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Looking to throw. Lowry. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Tegan Quatoriano. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Texans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Paul want to give up the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Tackled by the quarterback, Derek Stingley. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On first down, Mahomes. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run with Hall. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Calling no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Ball again. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Breece Hall taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs will add to their fourth quarter lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Going deep downfield for Ross. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. John Ross, 63 yards.
And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, and with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. So third down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. Off the play fake, Lowry. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. On 1st and 10, Lowry. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
70 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Lowry. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure And it's a loss of 6.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He's back to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ball game.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. And 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me,
he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they're running what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is,
and that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Trent McDuffie with a pick, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. Down to the 41.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So this